One of the great things about the relay is that it is what we like to say, 1/5 the work, 5 times the fun. For this year's event, we are comprising a relay team of 4 individuals. As we do this in the States and elsewhere, the election is for the team to have anywhere between 3 and 5 individuals. And part of the strategy is to figure out where do you put the people. And clearly what you want to do is work to the strengths of the members of your team. If you got a good tower guy, obviously he's the one that's going to do the tower. If you got a good dummy dragger, that's where he wants to be. I'm going to use this little piece of pipe just as for illustrative purposes for what you Kiwis call the baton, or what we call a baton, all right? And what we're going to be using, which unfortunately I don't have at this time, is the Streamlight Survivor torch, all right? It's one of the finest flashlights that's in the world. But that is what is used as the handoff device for each one of the competitors. And point of fact is, you don't want to lose possession, because ultimately it becomes a self-imposed penalty. And furthermore, if it drops off the top of the tower, that's an automatic disqualification, okay? So keeping good control of the baton is key. All right, so essentially what we're going to be doing is all of the same events, with the exception that we make this handoff between each one of the stages. So the trick in this particular case is, what am I going to do with the baton? All right, you can put it in a pocket if you want to. I don't recommend that. The reason is you're going to end up wasting time to try to find that, and sometimes guys even forget which pocket they put it in, and standing up here looking around like you lost your car keys. So the best solution is to put this in the same hand that you're going to be using for the high-rise pack. All right, so once again, the same iteration is going to apply. If I'm now on the blue course, I'm going to be making right-hand turns, so I want the shoulder load on the left. And essentially what's going to happen is I've got it like this, and I will carry both in the same hand, okay? Now, we're going to leave that there for now, and let's go back up on the top, and we're going to talk about the exchanges that take place on the top of the tower. The deal is here at the top of the tower that you have a couple of iterations as to how you're going to do this. You could have the guy who brings up the shoulder load perform the hose hoist, okay? Or you could have the hose hoisting guy perform that evolution. If that is the case, then what's going to have to happen is competitor number 1 must pass to competitor 2 the torch before he starts this evolution. So what the rule is he has to take this hand off, he'll set it down, and then begin the hoisting. The critical part about this is you got to remember where you put it, and you certainly don't want it to fall off the tower. As I said, this will result in a disqualification. Now, another iteration of this is that I can complete this evolution and then hand the torch back to the original competitor, who will take it and descend the tower. But the handoff has to be made from me to the other competitor. Alternatively, this second competitor can take the torch and do the descent. Same rules apply, multiple steps on the way up, must touch each step on the way down. Okay, let's head on down. All right, now we're moving into the second passing zone. All right, let's assume that competitor number 2 is going to do the handoff to competitor number 3. Competitor number 3 has to take the handoff before he mounts the Kaiser Force machine, all right? And so the suggestion is you'll be coming up here to the front part of the Force machine. The best thing to do is toss this in the direction that you're going to be going. Finishes the evolution, places the hammer down, picks up the torch, and hands it to either can keep it himself or hands it to the next competitor, who then go through the delineators to the far end of the course, all right? All right, here's the next zone for making a pass. As I come around this last delineator, the next competitor should be right here, ready to take the handoff. All right? So in essence, the velocity of us should begin to meet as this guy takes the handoff, grabs the bail, and moves forward. Should be a perfectly smooth and natural transition. Once again, same principle applies. Constant movement, one smooth movement, come through the door, crack the nozzle, set it down, and get ready to make the transition. The last competitor should be in this zone and ready to take the handoff to take Rescue Randy home, all right? So we make the handoff, move over here,